Good afternoon and welcome to today's pre-season friendly. Today we will be seeing Hednesford Town versus the PFA 11 at Lilleshall National Sports Centre. We appreciate them allowing us to stream and allowing this game to play on their lovely facilities. We'll quickly run you through the teams. The home side, Hednesford Town's team, number 1, Tony Brennan. A back four of number 2, Jamie Morgan. Number 3, Joel Taylor. Number 4, Elliot Johnson. Number 5, Ryan Winter. Number 6, Kieran Freeman, ex-Hartlepool player. Number 7, Niall Watson. Number 8, Simeon Mate. Number 9, Johnny Edwards. Number 10, Akeem Rose. Number 11, Dan Turner. And the substitutes for Hednesford Town are number 12, Nathan Blissett. Number 14, Jake Jervis. Number 15, Dominic McHale. Number 16, Joe Doyle Charles. Number 18, Theo Fark-Hazen. Number 19, Harley Barlow. And to complete the Hednesford subs, it's number 20, Jacob Gwitt. And for the PFA XI starting lineup, we have number 1, Latrell Jones. A back four of Anthony Ford, Jabrel Okadina, Josh Shaw and Jake Kane. A midfield three of Grant Ward, number 20. Ben Stevenson, number 24. Jordan Davies, number 8. A front three of Adam Reach, ex-Sheffield Wednesday left winger, number 11. Jermaine Hilton, number 7. And Olafela Olamola, number 10, completes the lineups. And, you know, reading those lineups out, Sam, who do you think can sort of cause problems today for the PFA squad or potentially for Hednesford?
Well, I think the big name is definitely Olafela Olamola. Already this season, in this pre-season, he's got 4 goals in the first 3 games. They've won every single game for the PFA, so it's definitely going to be the man to look out for this PFA squad.
I think I'd be inclined to agree with you there, Sam. He's been on fine form, Olafela Olamola, and I'm sure a lot of EFL clubs will be looking after his signature. Obviously, 4 goals in 3 matches for him. Started his career at Southampton, did Olafela Olamola. Played for the likes of Yeovil. Most recently spent 2 years at Bromley, where he gained promotion from the National League and actually kept Bromley up in League 2 last year. So, you know, I'm sure a lot of clubs will be after his signature. We have the Hednesford Town players greeting the referee, so kickoff will be shortly with us. Number 4, Elliot Johnson, ex-Dagenham and Redbridge captain. And yeah, PFA XI have been in fine form, it has to be said, and they'll be looking to continue their form. And, you know, how important is it, Sam, for the PFA squad to, you know, continue what they've been building? And, you know, at the end of the day, they're trying to get themselves at a club before the season sort of properly, you know, before teams have already made their business.
Well, a lot of them have already done quite a good job at that. We've already seen, you know, Timothy Dieng has gone to Dagenham. We've seen Shane McLaughlin also signed for Cambridge recently. So it's clear the initiative's been working this season.
I would absolutely agree. You know, just run you a bit of information quickly about the PFA training scheme. It's a 10-week training programme for out-of-contract players from the Premier League, EFL and beyond. The idea came about from the players themselves, actually, who said they just sort of want the opportunity to train if they haven't got a club, and, you know, they get offered all sorts of things like strength and conditioning, daily training with additional of well-being support and personal development sessions, which certainly helps it. As we await kick-off here, I'm Finlan O'Connor, beside me is Sam Carey, and we're excited for today's action as we're just waiting for the referee's whistle. Will be Hednesford Town kicking towards the right hand side. PFA kicking towards the left. Hednesford will be kicking this game off very soon. And I'm not quite sure what's going on here, as a lot of staff members potentially walking to the other side of the pitch, sort of delaying kick-off briefly. Yeah, Sam, you mentioned already Timothy Dieng, going to Dagenham and Redbridge, and, how important is it for these PFA players to, they know there's scouts watching, whether it's on the live stream, which is on the PFA YouTube channel currently, or at the game, how important is it to try and impress and try and get a signature?
Oh, it's massively important. I mean, the amount of scouts watching the game, both on the Twitter live stream and on YouTube, as we're away, kicking off. Hednesford bring it back to the keeper as it goes along.
Yeah, but you were saying there, Sam, a lot of scouts will be watching this game with an eye on the PFA players as the game has kicked off, and Elliot Johnson kicks the ball long, and Josh Shaw has had to make a save early doors, and there was an early shot there from Hednesford, and there was Latrell Jones who had to be called into early action, and we weren't even 20 seconds in, Sam, and that was an early chance.
Yeah, definitely. As we look at the replay here, Latrell springs into action early. Probably wasn't expecting to be called into action that early, but he's done well there as we're on the attack. Olafela Olamola thinks he's in early, but jabbed away in the hands of Tony Breenan.
Yeah, and early action so far as both teams having an opportunity. It was the number 11 for Hednesford Town. It was Dan Turner who went for the low strike, trying to beat Latrell Jones at his far post, but Latrell Jones was wise enough to it to make the stop as the other side has really got the ball down. But here is the number 3, Jake Kane, who plays it back to Latrell Jones, formerly of QPR under-18s, and Jones plays it into the midfield. Olamola trying to win that ball. There's an opportunity for Olamola, but he is offside. It was a ball from the number 2, Anthony Ford, formerly of Wrexham, who was trying to look down the line for Olamola, but just maybe a little bit too late from Ford, as Olamola was definitely offside. As we started here, it's the number 10, Akeem Rose. It's a good interception though from Jordan Davies. Again, it's Anthony Ford trying to look for that ball into Olamola down the line, and Olamola sort of put a thumbs up to him, and early doors, Sam, that sort of seemed a bit of a early thing for PFA.
Yeah, it seems like Olamola's definitely the target man. We know he can get in behind, we know he can score, and obviously Anthony Ford knows he can score, so he's been trying to get him in behind early, see if they can get an early lead in this game.
Yeah, and not quite bear fruit for the PFA 11 just yet, but that could be a feature of the game, as again they look long for Olamola. It's the number 5, Ryan Winter, who clears it into the midfield, but it's one back here, and it's the number 8, Jordan Davies, I should have said, who was driving in against the Hednesford Town defence, but it was a very solid defence. They couldn't get themselves out as Hednesford now try and break. It's a good interception from Jabril Okadina, who 138 times for Cambridge before, unfortunately, his contract wasn't renewed for the 25-26 season. There's another opportunity here down the right-hand side for Hednesford, and it's Dan Turner again who got in behind, and it was really smart defending from the number 3, Jake Kane, just to see that heavy touch from the number 11, Dan Turner. It will be a corner to Hednesford.
Yeah, they're definitely looking strong down this right-hand side, Hednesford. It's definitely going to be something to look out for the rest of the game. Obviously, a lot of end-to-end action here. Everyone's trying to impress, the scouts watching. And it'll be interesting to see how they're going to neutralise that further in the game.
Definitely, as Kieran Freeman swung in a ball, and it's gone all the way to the back post. Again, it's that man, Dan Turner, who's on it. He's trying to beat the man. He still managed to get the ball there. The referee hasn't given a foul, and Dan Turner's still come away with it. It's a really nice interception as Latrell Jones just clears the ball out, and now there's a counter-attack opportunity for the PFA 11, and it's that man, Olamola, who's trying to keep the ball in play on the right-hand side. It was a long ball sent from Jordan Davies, the Welshman, but Olamola just couldn't keep that in. But again, it's that sort of long ball into Olamola's path, and, you know, if they keep getting those opportunities to play that long ball to him, Sam, one of them will bear fruit for Olamola.
Oh yeah, definitely. We know the calibre, you know, the level of finishing he's got in front of goal. Already, we've said earlier, 4 goals in 3 games this pre-season. I wouldn't be surprised if we see his name on the score sheet again today.
Yeah, especially when a lot of the passes seem to find him. But Hednesford now have an attack of their own. It's down the left-hand side. It's the number 10, Akeem Rose. who's facing up against Okadina, and Okadina's done well actually to get a deflection off that cross, and it will be the second Hednesford corner in 5 minutes. Again, really strong defending from the PFA 11. It just shows what that sort of training camps can do, the sort of camaraderie in the team, and over 100 players secure clubs as a result of attending PFA last season. So you can see it clearly does work, and players are giving it their all as a corner is in swinging from Hednesford. It's gone all the way to the back post, but couldn't be kept in. It will be a goal kick for the PFA. And it'll be Latrell Jones, the young 18-year-old who has already used his feet quite a lot, and he will go short into Okadina. And now here's Josh Shaw. Out to the left-hand side to Kane. He plays it into the path of Jermaine Hilton. We haven't really seen too much of early doors, and he's been ushered off that ball as he tried to drive into the midfield. And Hednesford now will have the opportunity to play it back to their goalkeeper, Tony Breenan, who sends a ball up long to that right-hand side again, and there's clearly a threat again as they're looking for Dan Turner at every opportunity they get, Hednesford, but so far Jake Kane has been quite equal to everything that's come down that right-hand side. PFA once again goes short from the goal kick. It's a long ball sent up looking for Olamola, and he wasn't able to get that first connection with it, but he's on the ball now. It's a good interception, however, from the number 8 Simeon Mate. We'll go all the way back to the Hednesford keeper, Tony Brennan, who again looks long. It's a good header, good first contact from Anthony Ford. Hednesford drive again, and Jake Kane was able to win that ball back from Dan Turner. How can PFA create an opportunity of their own? It's a really nice pass into the midfield to Grant Ward, and he tries to look long towards that left-hand side. I think that was for Jordan Davies, but just too high for him. But again, it was really nice play actually from the number 7, Jermaine Hilton, to play that ball into the midfield, and Grant Ward had a lot of space, and we know the quality he has. Obviously, he's in the Tottenham Academy, played a lot for Bristol Rovers, and you'd expect him to sort of make that pass, Sam.
Yeah, I think the big matchup to watch in this game is definitely going to be Dan Turner on this right-hand side with Jake Kane. We've already seen it a few times already. We saw the shot early on in the game where Latrell Jones sprung into action, but yeah, we're definitely going to keep an eye on this right-hand side for Hednesford.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems their main aim of attack so far. It's a good interception from Grant Ward, and you can see what he wants to do when he wins that ball back, drive forward and get PFA up the pitch, as again it's fine. Grant Ward in the middle, he turns and plays it into the number 17, Josh Shaw. He looks long, and it's a nice idea really, because the sort of long balls in behind has been causing Hednesford town defence a bit of problems, so I could see what he was trying to do as Hednesford tried to play a ball long of their own, but went out of touch for a PFA throw. It's found Latrell Jones, who plays it out to his right centre-back, Jabril Okadina. He plays it out to the right-hand side to Anthony Ford, and again, Anthony Ford looking for that long ball in towards Olamola. It's one back well from Ben Stevenson, who we haven't quite mentioned, but the ball back a few times, Ben Stevenson, and that's sort of a sign of a good midfield player sometimes when you don't always hear his name, Sam. You know, he's doing that dirty work and winning the ball back for PFA early on.
Yeah, I mean, similar, Grant Ward has had a similar impact in that midfield as he's on the ball now, and he brings it forward. He's been controlling the game similarly to Ben Stevenson. I'd like to see a bit more going forward from them both, but for now we're doing well.
Yeah, definitely they're sort of imposing their EFL experience into this game. And there is an opportunity now for Hednesford. There's a really good challenge in there from, I believe that was Josh Shaw, the number 17, as we can watch it again here. It was an outside the boot attempt pass. It was looking for the number 9, Johnny Edwards, but Josh Shaw done really well to get a touch in there, and it will be another Hednesford corner Will be in-swung by the foot of Kieran Freeman. Does whip that cross in. Good first contact from Latrell Jones. Really positive goalkeeping from the young man. Hednesford will get it down to his right-hand side. It's the number 2, Jamie Morgan. He plays it into the number 10. It's a really good turn from Akeem Rose, and he tries to play that right-footed cross. Now the opportunity for the counter is on for PFA. It will be kept in play by Grant Ward. We'll go back to Jake Kane. There's the number 11, Adam Reach, who we haven't really seen too much of. He's got a wand of a left foot, Adam Reach. Scored a few real good goals in his time for Sheffield Wednesday. I remember one against Leeds United, particularly that caught a few people's eyes. Won goal of the month 3 times in his career, so he has definitely got a wand of a left foot, and if he has an opportunity he will strike one on the edge of the box, I'm sure. As PFA just comfortable in possession at the back here, and it's Okadina now, who looks to try and progress PFA forward, but he played it sideways to his centre-back partner, Shaw. Now Kane played a brilliant ball into the number 7, and that's a really good pass looking for Olamola, but just maybe slightly overhit from Jermaine Hilton, and he'll be disappointed in that because we know he's got quality, but again, it's a nice idea, and you can see what PFA are trying to do, play them balls in behind and cause Hednesford Town defence problems.
Yeah, Hilton obviously spent a lot of his career in England and Scotland mainly, but most recently spent time in the top flight of Lithuania. Yeah,
which is, you know, pretty mental to be fair, and I'm pretty sure they're currently top of the league. FK Tuano Zalgiris, who he did used to play for, so yeah, quite interesting that he has found himself in the PFA 11 here, because he clearly has got talent. And talking of talent, Grant Ward brings the ball out, and we was just talking about this man, the number 7, Jermaine Hilton, and he runs down the left-hand side and he plays a brilliant ball into looking for Jordan Davies. It's a first touch and a brilliant finish. It's Jordan Davies, the ex-Wrexham man. And that just shows when you get these players the opportunity and the time and the space, this is what they create. And Sam, that's a really brilliantly worked goal from that left-hand side. Hilton playing the outside of the boot ball into the path of Jordan Davies. He takes one touch, and at a tight angle, it's a really, really good finish into that bottom right-hand corner. And Sam, I think is well-deserved from the PFA 11.
Yeah, well, obviously it's been a end-to-end game so far. Obviously PFA the first to get on the score sheet here, as we were just talking about Hilton, the quality he brings, and it was a brilliant outside the boot pass into the path of Jordan Davies, and a well executed finish there.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think a lot of the hard work can also go to Grant Ward, who sort of won that ball back and, you know, looked really progressive there, trying to get the ball forward. And, you know, like I say, these training programs, they clearly seem to work, as you can sort of see the sort of togetherness of the team in a way, you know, the passing sort of strings they're playing, you know, it's really positive to see. And, you know, it's clearly has been a success, as this year the PFA expanded its capacity this summer, adding on extra 50 spots over the 10-week programme for members. So exactly what you love to see, you know, the PFA really providing opportunities for these players. And again, it's that battle on the left-hand side, and it's the number 11, and it's a great finish from Dan Turner. And it's that battle that we've already spoke about early on in this game. And actually, the number 3, Jake Kane, seems to be in a bit of pain. We'll watch this goal again. It's sort of come out of nowhere. It was a long ball from the right centre-back, and Kane just sort of maybe got his feet stuck in the turf. But similarly to Jordan Davies' finish, it's a really smart finish from Dan Turner into that bottom right-hand corner. And I don't think there's much Latrell Jones could have done. But wow, what a response from Hednesford.
Yeah, immediate response, definitely. That battle we were talking about earlier with Dan Turner and Jake Kane. Unfortunately, Jake Kane has gone down as a result of this, but it's definitely an expert finish there. Not much the keeper could do, as you say, as we're going to look at it again, but definitely an end-to-end battle in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. As again, it seems that Jake Kane might be in a bit of trouble, but take nothing away from the finish from Dan Turner. So he superbly put it into the bottom right corner, and very similar, actually, the 2 goals, but you've got to say it's been a very end-to-end game. And, you know, we'll rewatch this goal again. It was a brilliant pass, it has to be said, from Jermaine Hilton, and the finish to match from Jordan Davies. And Still see Jake Kane receiving some treatment here, but you know, it's been a really entertaining start, and obviously Hednesford do play their opening game of the season against Hepburn Town in the Northern Premier Division. They have just been promoted, so you know, they want this game as much as the PFA players do, and you know, it should make for a really entertaining game. As 15 minutes in, we've already seen 2 goals, Sam.
Yeah, well, obviously we spoke about how a lot of this is sort of for the PFA, for scouts to have a look at these players, but obviously Hednesford have a big season coming up. Can they stay in the Northern Premier? It'll be interesting to see both teams go at each other. Definitely 2 different styles. Hednesford sort of maybe looking to take control of this game from now on, but PFA obviously trying to show what they're capable of. Some of these players trying to get contracts before this season starts.
Yeah, absolutely, and unfortunately it might look that Jake Kane might be struggling to continue here. That's really sad to see. You know, started off at the Liverpool Academy and actually made his senior debut for Liverpool in an FA Cup replay against Shrewsbury Town in a 1-0 win for Liverpool. And yeah, it looks like he might not be able to continue, but we'll have to see a little bit more on that one, as the game is going to get restarted back into PFA's possession. So number 17, Josh Shaw, plays it back to Latrell Jones. Back into Josh Shaw, who you can see is quite a physical presence in there. Josh Shaw, very tall centre half. He plays that ball long, looking for Orlando, and I do think the PFA are currently down to 10 men at the minute, with Jake Kane being off, and that's an impetus for PFA to attack down that right hand side, and it's an in-swinging cross from Akeem Rose that was trying to look to the back post but just couldn't quite find anyone. But again, it's that attack down the right hand side that Hednesford are looking to employ every time, Sam.
Well, Turner was already having his way in this first half, and going down to 10 men, he's just going to be even more impactful going into this last 25 minutes of this half, or 30 minutes, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely, as I think Jordan Davies is just sort of deputising at fullback currently. It will be PFA on this right hand side to play the throw back to Okadina. Into Latrell Jones. I think it's been quite tidy with his feet so far. Josh Shaw trying to look for Jordan Davies, but it's really won well back greatly from Dan Turner, who does whip a ball in, but it's cleared away well from Okadina. Jamie Morgan is able to win it back and play it into the midfield. Gives it back to Elliot Johnson. And he gives it to Joel Taylor, and it will find Tony Breenan, the goalkeeper, who's looked long a lot of times, but instead will go short to the number 5, Ryan Winter. Hednesford just keeping the ball at the moment, as Jake Kane has now returned onto the pitch, but Hednesford looking to attack down his left-hand side for the first time, and it wasn't a bad ball at all. It was low, looking for Akeem Rose. As we'll watch it again here, it was down the left-hand side with Simeon Mai, and he's just sort of played a low ball in. And I think Akeem Rose is a bit disappointing. He couldn't get a cleaner connection on that, as that was a decent opportunity for Hednesford.
Yeah, Shaw cleverly gets in the way of that, blocking what could have been a very important opportunity there for Hednesford, as we see another corner coming in from this left-hand side.
Referee sort of sorting out any tomfoolery going on in the box there. I'm not too sure what was quite going on. And Kieran Freeman, actually the one taking the corner for Hednesford, actually was part of the PFA pre-season last year before signing for Hartlepool, and he does swing this ball in, and it's the first contact, and it's off the bar from the number 8, Simeon Mai, who got that first contact to cross into the box again and headed away well from the PFA 11. But another dangerous opportunity for Hednesford, and you know, they're really sharp in these opening stages, as another long ball tries to get into the box. It'll be cleared away from the number 2, Anthony Ford. And that will be a foul on the number 6, Kieran Freeman, who did take that corner for Hednesford, but decent opportunity there for Hednesford to take the lead there, Sam.
Yeah, they've had quite a few corners to start this game off. It was only a matter of time before one came in with a lot of whip on it, and the first contact, as you said, hit the bar. That'll be something to watch out for. If they keep getting these corners, that'll be definitely an area of danger for him.
Absolutely, as again Kieran Freeman is ready to whip this free kick in. And he does, and it's on the keeper Latrell Jones, and he's done really well to come out and claim that ball. Very confident keeping from the 18-year-old. So number 7 for the PFA, who's trying to play a ball into midfield, and he's done really well to win the ball back, Jermaine Hilton. And he's already got 1 assist in this game, and it could be an opportunity for another as he's trying to cut inside on his right foot. He's been held up well from the Hednesford Town defence. Now Grant Ward on the edge of the box, who will go for a curling effort, but it never really looked like troubling Tony Breenan's goal. But again, that pace and power of Jermaine Hilton really causing a problem for the Hednesford Town defence. And as it came to Grant Ward in that position, obviously difficult to score from there, but he'd be disappointed he didn't get that on target, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, Hilton's definitely been causing problems early in this game, the first 20 minutes. Grant Ward, as we said, we've seen the control he's had on this game. He had a pot shot there and was unlucky not to hit the target.
Yeah, absolutely, as Tony Breenan will be looking long. It's a feature we've seen of him quite a lot. Interesting, he gets his first contact. It is Okadina again, who does win that ball first for the PFA team. It's Olamola who's been a bit quiet in the last few minutes. Hilton will play a ball into the midfield. And I think that was definitely a handball against the number 24, Ben Stevenson there. He can't get away with that one. We'll just double check. Yeah, I think that was the right call from the referee. As Hednesford Town will get a free kick just outside their own half. Maybe Tony Breenan chipping the ball up the pitch, looking for Dan Turner. It's a good header from Jake Kane. It's a number 9 who goes for a curling effort, and it's not a bad effort at all from the number 9, Johnny Edwards. And it actually did take a nick, I believe, off Josh Shaw. We'll watch it again. It was Jake Kane with a good defensive header, but Johnny Edwards just had that opportunity with the left foot, and it's actually a really clever block from Josh Shaw. As if it don't come off him there, Sam, I think that's a decent opportunity, and Latrell Jones would have definitely been called into action.
Yeah, definitely another corner on this left-hand side. We've seen a lot of danger coming in as it comes in, and well dealt with by the keeper, Latrell Jones there.
Yeah, he's definitely looking to put them corners on the goalkeeper, Latrell Jones, but he's dealt with everything quite well so far, I must say, especially for a young goalkeeper. A lot of the young goalkeepers sort of get questioned on their commanding of their area, but he's done that really well, and that's given PFA an opportunity to attack. And it's Jake Kane into Grant Ward, who's got a lot of space. He'll play it back out to Kane, who can get his head up and try and swing across in, but Dan Turner's done really good. We've seen a lot of positive work he's done going forward, obviously getting that goal, but that's the other side to the game, is getting back and winning that ball off of Jake Kane and conceding the corner for PFA. I believe they're first of the game.
It's good to see Jake Kane back in the game after what looked like a scary injury. He's got a big header down one end, a defensive header, and down this end he's won the corner for PFA. It's good to see him back on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's the last thing you'd want to see is a player getting injured. Obviously, put so much into these camps, and you know, it'd be an awful thing to see. As PFA will have their first corner of the game. It'll be in swinging of the foot from Anthony Ford, the Irishman. He puts one arm aloft and he does whip the ball in, and don't really know who got the first contact there, but the chance is still alive from Stevenson. It's cleared away from Kieran Freeman of Hednesford. Now the number 7 does nick in first. It's Niall Watson. Tries to play a long ball. It's really well dealt with from the PFA team, and I think that was actually Jake Kane who done really well to usher the Hednesford Town attacker off the ball. And the PFA team will now look to regain some possession as Shaw plays a really nice progressive pass looking for Hilton. And you can see his sort of confidence is oozing, trying to turn a man on that half turn. It's sort of what you want to see. You know, you want to see your attacking players trying to get at the opposition defences, Sam. It's sort of something that you might not see sometimes, especially at the high level of the game. Sometimes the wingers are scared to take on their man, but it definitely hasn't been a problem for Jermaine Hilton so far, has it?
Yeah, especially in a pre-season game like this. It's about showing off what you can do, trying things out, and it's about trying to get another contract going into this season. And Hilton's looking like he He's one of the best players on the pitch so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure the scouts would be wide-eyed looking at him as Jordan Davies shows that sort of tenacity, trying to win that ball back, but maybe went a bit too hard on Dan Turner, who again does well to get back in there and win his side a free kick, which Tony Brennan, I should say, will be looking to take. Again, it looks like he'll be going for the long kick. Again, Jordan Davies featured quite a lot actually in that Wrexham documentary. Ryan Reynolds was a big fan of him in that first season, and was a dodgy back pass, and Latrell Jones has had to be caught off guard there because it was a bit of a mishap of a pass back towards him and almost put him in some danger. As sort of talking about bad back passes, Mola was almost onto that one, but yeah, a bit of nervy moments from both sides' defences as Brennan will look to get this one clear long. And it finds the feet of Niall Watson, and now he plays it into the middle, and Watson might be able to keep this in here. He does. He's one-on-one with Anthony Ford. Watson now plays it into the middle, and it's a low ball that's saved at the near post from Latrell Johnson, and I think there was a bit of a complaint there that no one was running towards that near post, but Latrell Johnson had to be clever there, as I think it was an opportunity for the number 10, Akeem Rose, but Latrell Jones done really well to get down to his near post and stop that from going in.
Yeah, he's been called into action a lot early. I think tried to catch him off guard at the near post there, but he was alert as the corner's whipped in. And it's found the back of the net, the number 10, Akeem Rose, and a goal from the corner. Oh.
I think it's actually been disallowed here for a handball. I have to watch that again. It's a corner from Kieran Freeman, and there's a melee of bodies, and yeah, it's definitely come off the hand of Akeem Rose. I don't think there's any denying that there, and a bit of a let-off there for PFA, but obviously you cannot score with your hands, so rightfully disallowed. And yeah, the game will be promptly started again. A really good call actually from the linesman and or referee. Didn't see it in real time, but yeah, really good call from them, and score still 1-1.
Yeah, we've seen the dangers of them corners early. We saw one hit the bar earlier from a header, and this one finds the back of the net, but obviously disallowed for the handball there.
Yeah, and Akeem Rose would be disappointed that he couldn't get his name on the score sheet, but also I'm sure he would have known that that ball came off his hand, so as I say, didn't really have any complaints, and that's almost an under-hit pass from Elliot Johnson back to his goalkeeper, but Tony Brennan done really well to be alert to it, but number 7 couldn't take his long kick down, as Brennan tried to look for Watson on that left-hand side, but couldn't quite find him, and again, PFA will try and regain some possession at the back, and it's some really nice one-touch play actually, and Okadina tried to play that ball into the midfield, but it's one back from Hednesford, and it's a long shot, and it's a really smart save actually from Latrell Jones again, and it is near post, and we'll have to watch back who had that shot, as it was a poor pass from Okadina into that midfield, trying to look for Ben Stevenson, I believe, but Hednesford won it back well and tried to go for that long-range attempt, and Latrell Jones, I think, has been really superb early doors in all areas of his game. Had to make a really smart stop there, and he's going to be called into action from this corner from Freeman as it's whipped in towards the back post, and that's probably the worst delivery we've seen from Freeman. You know, we've seen some absolute brilliant deliveries so far, but I think he'll even admit that wasn't one of his best. As Latrell Jones maybe catching a bit of a breather there, because he's had to be called into action in the last 5 or so minutes. And obviously, if you're enjoying this game and this sort of content, we'll have plenty more games on the channel as well. If you're enjoying this game, you know, why not leave a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Try and subscribe to the channel. We're going to bring you so much more games across the season. Obviously, this is only pre-season, so once the season gets started, I'm sure there'll be plenty more games up for you guys. It's Hednesford have the ball at the back with Tony Brennan, who again looks long, but That's gone out of play looking for Dan Turner. And yeah, it's sort of been the only time we've really sort of seemed to catch our breath, Sam. It's been really action-packed in these sort of opening 30 minutes, but sort of the last 2 minutes we've actually been able to gain our breath back a little.
Yeah, a lot of players trying to prove what they're capable of, trying to get a contract with the club as this season begins, as we've got play down the right hand.
Yeah, it's as you were saying there, Sam, you know, players are playing for their positions in the team, you know, from the Hednesford Town point of view, and the PFA players obviously playing for fitness and as well as playing for a contract potentially. You know, there is a lot at stake. You know, it's only a pre-season friendly, but I don't think these players on the pitch will be seeing it as that. And you know, sort of the quality of the opening half an hour, I don't think it's been like that at all. Both sets of players, I should say, have been really applying themselves well early doors, as Anthony Ford has it on this right hand side, plays it back into Jabril Okadina, plays it back to Latrell Jones, and he'll look for a ball to his left hand side, and Grant Ward's under pressure. He tries to lay it off to Shaw, and Shaw maybe didn't want to go through his opponent, and is at time and space for the number 8 to swing a ball towards the back post, and it's headed across. And the ball is still in play there, but Josh Shaw does really well to usher it out, and that was again another decent opportunity for Hednesford Town. And yeah, it's sort of a bit too much pressure on Grant Ward there, as the number 8 Simeon Mai had a lot of time and space to pick out a man. I believe it was Niall Watson at the back post, who not too sure if it was a shot or a pass back to his teammate, but maybe stuck in two minds there, and the ball went out for a PFA goal kick, which has now been retaken, and Hednesford again win the ball back. However, that long pass from Joel Taylor will sail all the way out for another PFA goal kick. And Sam, in the sort of opening half an hour in this game, what sort of players have really impressed you in these opening half an hour?
Well, we saw obviously Jermaine Hilton played a massive part in that first goal with his outside the boot pass into the path of Jordan Davies. He's been called into action quite a lot down that left hand side. Obviously we spoke about Dan Turner quite a lot on this Hednesford right, as Akeem Rose nearly puts it in at the back post there. Yeah, I mean, that battle down the right hand side of Dan Turner against Jake Kane. We've seen Dan Turner has scored down that right hand side after a bit of a mishap from Jake Kane, where he struggled with a bit of an injury. But what about you? What are you thinking?
Yeah, to be honest, I've been really impressed with both sets of players. I think Grant Ward in that midfield has been really sort of dominant in winning that ball back, and there's Adam Reach there winning that ball back for PFA, but it was a decent opportunity there for Hednesford. As you were just talking there, Sam, it was Joel Taylor on the left hand side who whipped it looking for King Rose. He just couldn't direct that attempt goalwards, but again, Hednesford sort of dominating the last few minutes, but PFA trying to get up the pitch, and it is an opportunity now for Hednesford on the counter-attack, and it's the number 7 Niall Watson who drives down the line, and Okadina, to be fair, maybe wasn't the best passed out from him, but he done really well to sort of muscle the number 7 Niall Watson off the ball. And I believe that will be a corner for Hednesford. Again, it will be an opportunity for Kieran Freeman to swing another one of his great deliveries in.
Yeah, Okadina's done well there to recover from the mistake he's made. He's not made a lot of mistakes in this game, but recovers well as the corner comes in from the left-hand side. Another good delivery right into the centre, and it's cleared out by, not sure who that was, but Josh Shaw, sorry, and the PFA looking to go forward here.
Yeah, and it's Olamola who, surprisingly, has been quite quiet in these sort of opening stages, but there's a free kick given there, and PFA doing well to go quickly and try and get some attacks going. And it's now Ben Stevenson plays it into Shaw. That's a nice ball into the midfield for that man Olamola, and he's got time and he's got space, and you don't want to give him time and space, as there's 4 Hednesford players all around, and they clearly know the pressure that they need to put on to stop Olamola. And now it's the number 9 bearing down on goal, Johnny Edwards, who's clean through, and he hits the post. It's gone in. it's off the inside of the post, and I have to be honest, I don't know how he's got that much time and space. It was a good ball played into him from Akeem Rose, and he just had too much time. And again, I don't think Latrell Jones could have really done an awful lot. It's a really smart finish, actually, from the number 9, Johnny Edwards. And Hednesford have been applying the pressure in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and it's really come to blows as PFA now find themselves 2-1 behind.
Yeah, he's done really well to find the space in behind there, showing off his pace, and then as he gets in front of goal, finishes it well, right inside off the left-hand side post. 2-1 to Hednesford.
Yeah, and PFA going quickly already as Anthony Ford trying to swing a ball into the box there, but it's a forward pass from kick-off, and it shows that intent of trying to get a goal back in this game and trying to get back on level terms, as that's a really nice ball from Shaw. Olamola just couldn't keep it into his grasp. Hednesford now will attack down this left-hand side, and it's a ball into Turner again, and he has an opportunity to go one-on-one with Jake Kane. Turner going on his left foot, and Jake Kane does really well to get a block in on that cross attempt from Turner. There's Kane now down the left-hand side. Here is the goal scorer, Jordan Davies. Back into Kane. And Kane plays it into the number 7. Back into Kane, and Kane will look for a switch, and that might find Adam Reach. And I've already said about the dangers that Adam Reach can do on his left foot. He's going to go on his right foot, cut back on his left foot, plays it into the box now, and it's a header. It's Jordan Davies again, who's really providing some attacking threat for Hednesford. Obviously a sort of a central midfielder, attacking midfielder by trade, but them sort of late runs into the box are causing Hednesford some problems at times, and it was a difficult header to sort of generate that power. It was a decent cross into the box from Anthony Ford, but yeah, difficult headed attempt there from Jordan Davies, but you know, did get it on target, and that's all you can really ask, Sam.
Yeah, it sort of came out of nowhere there, that header. I didn't think the delivery was great, obviously, into the box, but there wasn't anyone running onto it. But he's done well to generate the power there from a standing position and hit the target, but we'll be looking to get it either side of the keeper on his next attempt.
Yeah, most definitely, like he did in the early stages of this game, where he found the bottom right corner. As Okadina will look long, and Elliot Johnson wins it back for Hednesford. But now Stevenson has got time and space. He plays it into Kane down this left-hand side. Now Kane finds that man, Adam Reach, who just couldn't get it into his grasp. And now it's the number 7 running down on goal. He pours it across to Olamola, and it's found the back of the net. And you just cannot stop Olamola scoring at the minute. I mean, we'll have to watch it back, as it was, again, the pace of Jermaine Hilton down the left-hand side. And I actually think the attempted clearance from Ryan Winter actually cannons off Olamola, I believe, and you know, have to watch that again. It was a lot of time and space for Hilton again as he passed the ball across the box, and yeah, it's really difficult to call. It's Elliot Johnson actually who got a touch in there. He seems disappointed, so it's tough to call that, Sam. I'm not sure if it was an own goal, but again, it just shows that threat that Jermaine Hilton has down that left-hand side, and that sort of threat that, whether or not he got the last touch or not, I'm not sure, but the threat that, you know, you have to keep your wits about you when Olamola's around, and, you know, that inadvertently could have put Johnson off and maybe put the ball in his own net.
Yeah, well, it won't be Olamola's finest goal, but it looks like it's cannoned back off him and into the back of the net. That makes it 5 goals in the 4 games PFA have played this pre-season, and Jermaine Hilton's done really well there to, you know, intercept the ball and bring it across the face of goal into the path of Olamola.
Yeah, that's now his 2nd assist of the game. Jermaine Hilton, he's been a constant threat down that left-hand side, and now get to see Adam Reach on this right-hand side, who again, that little outside the boot pass has been quite a feature of the PFA 11. It's quite nice to see that sort of expressionism of the players, and you know, I don't need to tell Adam Reach how to play football. He's very experienced man, obviously made 375 championship appearances, so he's definitely very experienced. As again, Hilton down this left-hand side looking to cause the Hednesford Town defence problems, and Kane can swing a ball in, and it will go to these opposing fullback Anthony Ford. Ford can play it into Adam Reach. Adam Reach to Olamola, and that's a really nice one too, as Reach gets it on the byline, cuts in on his left foot, tries to find a man. I think it was Jordan Davies waiting in the 6-yard box, but just couldn't quite find him. And now Hednesford have the opportunity to counter themselves, and it's a nicely spring ball, and that's a really good interception from Josh Shaw. I've been impressed by him in the opening stages. Oh, he's done really well. I mean, he has gone down, and the referee has given him the free kick. That's fantastic defending from Josh Shaw, who is only 21 years of age himself, a left-footed centre-back, which, you know, they don't come easy. You know, they're very wanted by clubs. Obviously, was in the West Brom Academy last year, had a second half of the season loan spell with Marine and actually kept them up, which was no mean feat. That was Marine's first ever season in the National League North, so, you know, the boy clearly does have some potential, and he started this game well, I must say, Sam.
Yeah, early in the game he's already looked very composed, very calm on the ball. As we've got an attack here, number 8. Jordan Davies nearly sneaks in front of the goalie there.
Yeah, and again, it's that really quick, sharp passing, which has been a feature of PFA, especially in the last few minutes. And that's a long ball from Brennan, and it's breached the back line of the PFA team. But the number 7, Niall Watson, couldn't keep it in for Hednesford. And that will be a goal kick from Latrell Jones. But yeah, just on that chance you were mentioning there, Sam, it was a really nice first-time ball through the Hednesford Town defence from Olamola, who, you know, we will credit with him that goal. I'm pretty sure it did come off him last, and almost got an assist there, and a second almost again for Jordan Davies, who's been a threat for the PFA XI. Hednesford Town will go all the way back to keeper Tony Brennan. Again, he'll look long down this right-hand side, looking for Turner. Hilton does well to keep the ball in. He's playing with confidence, you can tell, and Ward maybe could have played it over to that right-hand side to Reach, who had to be in acres of space, but instead goes for the calm option and keeping the ball in the possession of the PFA XI. And it's now Shaw into Kane. And Kane now plays it into the midfield to Davies, and Davies plays that first-time ball into the path of Grant Ward, and actually a nice ball from Davies, and Grant Ward done well to battle with it and win his side a throw-in on that halfway line. We have about 3 or so minutes left of this half, which has been a really entertaining watch so far, Sam. Obviously 4 goals in it as a disallowed goal for a handball, and, you know, both sides have had plenty of chances, and hopefully it can continue, one for the end of this half and going into the second half too.
Yeah, we've said quite a lot. It's been end-to-end football, a lot of players trying to impress, and a lot of them have been impressing. Obviously, Jermaine Hilton has shown off his skill, already 2 assists in the game, and he's looking very good.
He is indeed. Now Adam Reach has the bit between his teeth and drives down that right-hand side, and outside of the boot cross goes straight into the path of Tony Brennan, but you can see the idea again from Adam Reach, and, you know, sort of that signal into Olamola. He appreciates it. It was a nice idea from the number 11. It just couldn't quite come off as Jake Kane is pressuring Dan Turner, and again, PFA able to win that ball back, but Hednesford themselves regaining the ball and trying to build an attack of themselves. It's Freeman into Ryan Winter, back into Freeman. And Winter on the ball again, back to Brennan. It's back into Winter, and that's really nice play actually from Hednesford as they go back to Brennan once more. It's sort of, maybe they're gaining confidence around the ball at the back. Brennan is able to play it long, and it's chested down into the path of Johnny Edwards, and he's done well to hold off Grant Ward. And again, as these latter stages of the half, Hednesford playing the better football, it must be said. It's on this right-hand side with Dan Turner, who beats Kane and swings the ball towards the back post. Oh, and just evaded the head of Niall Watson, but he's able to win the ball back as Watson swings across it, and it's headed, and it's gone just wide. I actually think it's come off the shoulder, potentially, of, I'm not quite sure who got the contact, but it was really nice work from Niall Watson to get that ball back into the box, and it was the number 10, I believe, Akeem Rose, who maybe should have done better with that, and maybe rose too early, if you pardon the pun, and hit his shoulder instead of hitting his head, but again, another decent opportunity for Hednesford. As PFA probably try and build one last opportunity before this half ends. But, you know, as we sort of end into the nearest ending stages of this half, Sam, what would you have made of this half from both sides?
Well, there's definitely been both wingers on both sides have been very impressive so far. We've talked about Dan Turner and his goal. I've been really impressed with how Jake Kane responded after, you know, his scary-looking injury after the goal. But he's answered well to Dan Turner's skill.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely looking like a really interesting battle as Turner himself tries to play that ball down the line into Akeem Rose, but Josh Shaw is comfortable in keeping that out of play, and that is the half-time whistle here at the Luttrell National Sports Centre. It's been a very entertaining half, it must be said. You know, both sides really going out, trying to get minutes in the leg as Hednesford Town are starting their season next week, and the PFA squad looking to try get some contracts potentially. And half-time here at the Lillshall National Sports Centre. It's Hednesford Town 2, the PFA squad 2.
So annoying because I'm being quite shaky. zoom back out a little bit, so it's not too close in. Kind of sort of like sometimes like a big better go as well.
Welcome back for the second half of today's pre-season friendly. Hednesford Town versus the PFA XI. The half-time score is Hednesford Town 2, PFA XI 2. And we actually have 3 changes from the PFA XI. We've got Jake Kane, Ben Stevenson and Jermaine Hilton all making their way off the pitch for the number 16 Reese Hall, number 22 Ash Hunter, number 19 Adama Diamande. So you get to see some fresh legs onto the pitch, Sam, and sort of what do you expect of the 3 substitutes coming on?
I think the Jake Kane substitution must have been due to the injury he suffered in that first half. He did well when he returned to the pitch, but I think it's just sort of a precautionary substitution there. Jermaine Hilton's coming off. I think he performed really well in that first half there. I think he's shown enough to the scouts in attendance today with his 2 assists. I'm looking forward to seeing what the 3 coming on have to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously some big names there as Hednesford Town are getting their game underway quickly as Dan Turner tries to chip in a cross, and someone who I think has played really well, Josh Shaw, the number 17, deflects that cross for, which must be upwards to 10 corners, I think, for Hednesford Town. And Kieran Freeman has been a busy man, just running to either corner flag taking these corners. It's going to be another one from the number 6, Kieran Freeman, who has actually gone short this time to Simeon May. And he tried to swing across him, but it's dealt with well from the PFA XI. Now there's a counter-attack opportunity, and it's Ash Hunter into Grant Ward, and there's a lot of space out here for Diamande on the right-hand side, but you ought to not send the ball long, not rush, and take their time, which you've got to respect for a team that's sort of, only had 10 weeks training, as Anthony Ford trying to look down the line for Diamande, who couldn't quite get on that Diamande, and it will roll out for a Hednesford Town goal kick. But yeah, he said, Sam, that some of the quality of the players that have come on, obviously, one name that springs to mind there is Adama Diamande, played in Qatar, China, Belarus, America, including some Premier League minutes with Hull City, as Hednesford Town are actually in goal here, and it's 3-2. And it's a good finish from the number 10, Akeem Rose, who on his left foot just gets it past Latrell Jones down to his right-hand side there, or left-hand side there, I should say. Again, it was just a long ball. It was a flick-on header from the number 9, Johnny Edwards. And a bit of a mishap there, maybe, from Okadina, and it's a really nice finish, actually drilled low and hard from Akeem Rose. And Hednesford have gone in front early doors in this one, Sam.
Yeah, he's made up for the disallowed goal earlier on. Obviously, he scored with his hand earlier from the corner, which was disallowed. And he finally gets his goal. He gets his name on the score sheet. I think he's caught the keeper off guard there. I thought he was going to drag that across goal, maybe square it to whoever's coming in on that right-hand side. But he's done well there to make it 3-2.
Yeah, he has done. It's a really nice finish from Akeem Rose, but the PFA XI are looking to attack really quickly, and it's the number 20, Grant Ward, who can hold it up and play Anthony Ford, and he can now swing across in. And see Diamande calling for the back post there, and Adam Reach trying to play it out wide to Ford. And Ford play into Ward, and that's really nice covering from Elliot Johnson, and he stops the ball going from a corner and instead plays it into a throw-in. But for that Hednesford Town goal, I was talking about Adama Diamande, and I don't know if you remember a goal that Hull City scored in the Premier League. It was a bit of a weird one where 2 players went for an overhead kick. It was Abel Hernandez and Adama Diamande who actually got credited as the goal. It was one of the freakiest goals in the Premier League, but he definitely has that quality to pull it out the bag, and he's played in all sorts of areas across the globe, and will be looking to try and secure himself a deal going ahead of the 25-26 season.
Yeah, you mentioned the experience he's got. He's also a full Norway international, and he's made 11 appearances with the squad, scoring a goal as well against San Marino in a 2018 World Cup qualifier.
Shows the sort of vast experience he does possess. It's a really nice turn actually from Jordan Davies, who I think himself has done really well. Grant Ward, it's the first touch of the game for Reese Hall, who goes long looking for Diamande, and was actually Olamola. My apologies. And Tony Breenan comes out and claims that ball, who him himself has been quite tidy in between the sticks, Tony Breenan. His long ball is matched well from Okadina. Now Anthony Ford battling well with the number 3, Joel Taylor. It's really nice work from Ford. He sends it back to Jones. And Jones's long kick goes over both Diamande and the Hednesford Town defender. And there's a lot of space on this right-hand side for Jamie Morgan. And now Dan Turner, who swings the ball into the box, and that's really tidy hands from Latrell Jones coming out and claiming a cross, which you have seen quite a lot of from Latrell Jones. It's really positive goalkeeping, you know. It's often a skill that sort of it gets overlooked, I think, with modern goalkeepers, but Latrell Jones has come out and claimed a lot of things in this game, and it's really positive to see from a young goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think he's unlucky with the 2 goals that have gone in against this side. 3 goals, sorry, that have gone in against him. I think they're all 3 of them probably unstoppable, but he's done really well. We saw in that first half he made a good stop down. Oh, as we got the number 9 Johnny Edwards in behind, and it's gone out for a throw-in. But yeah, as I was saying, in that first half he got down really well at his near post early on, and another big acrobatic save later in the game as well.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, you might look at this scoreline and think negatively towards Latrell Jones, but honestly I think he's been very impressive so far in this game, as it will be a throw-in attempt for Hednesford. Here's the number 11, Dan Turner, keeping it the ball into the box, and again it's really well ushered out from Jabriel Okadina. It will be another Hednesford Town throw, a very similar area, taken from the number 2 Jamie Morgan, who's gone to fetch that ball. But again, Hednesford on the front foot in the early stages of this second half. Obviously have gotten that 3-2 lead now, so they'll be looking to add to that. But now Adam Reach can drive PFA forward, and he plays it into Jordan Davies, who's got a lot of space ahead of him. He has Olamola in front of him too, and he plays it back into Davies, but Davies just really wasn't on the same wavelength as Olamola that time, and instead the ball was sent long from Hednesford, but PFA ultimately win the ball back pronto. Here's Adam Reach, who surges a ball to Olamola, and he gets the ball down in his grasp. It's Olamola in the box. He couldn't quite find a cross. It's now gone to Davies on the edge of the box. Ward plays it out to Anthony Ford. Now cuts in on his weaker left foot and swings the ball towards the back post. It's a header back into the box. It's headed away nicely, only as far as Ward. He's bobbled on his head a few times, but he's been able to retain possession and spread it out wide to Ford again. Ford into Olamola. Now Reach. And Olamola again. This is really nice play from PFA. Now Ward can pick the ball on the edge of the box, and he's got a lot of time, and he can hit one. And he said he slid a ball through to Diamande, who rolls the ball across, and it's really smart goalkeeping again from Tony Breenan. But you know, this is probably the best move of the game from any team, and it was Grant Ward with that slide through pass into Diamande's path, and you can see the idea that he's trying to slide that ball across to Jordan Davies at the back post. But Sam, that was a really incredible move from PFA.
Yeah, Grant Ward's constantly shown us this game, the composure, the level of skill he's got, and now he's showing off the vision with that ball through to Diamande. It was unfortunate nothing came of it, but obviously Ward's been very impressive.
Yeah, and I think we have some substitutions for Hednesford Town. It's the number 3 Joel Taylor coming off the pitch. Number 6 Kieran Freeman, I believe, came off the pitch there also. The number... sorry, my apologies. Number 3, Joel Taylor, didn't come off the pitch there, but Kieran Freeman is on the touchline, so I can see number 20, Jacob Gwiltz, that's come onto the pitch for Hednesford. Just still trying to figure out those changes. I can see the number 16, Joe Doyle-Charles, has made his way onto the pitch. And figure out who for. As there is an opportunity for Hednesford Town again, and it's cleared away from Okadina. And Jordan Davies does really well to persist and keep that ball into play. I thought the last touch came off a Hednesford Town player, but they're willing to get this game quickly done, and it's Simeon Mai. And it's a ball from the left-hand side. It's Taylor. He's trying to kept in there, and I think he actually has a corner. And Dan Turner at that back post, and I think there's a new number 8 that's come onto the pitch, which I'm not too sure who that is, but he will be taking this corner. Will be an outswinger from the number 8. Lofton. He's found the head of a Hednesford Town man, but has sailed over the bar. No real danger for Latrell Jones's goal. And 55 minutes on the clock. Still Hednesford Town 3, PFA XI 2. Adam Reach for the first time ball looking for Jordan Davies, but just unable to get that one in his grasp. And we see PFA building from the back. Anthony Ford into Jordan Davies, who's been pressured well from the Hednesford Town players, and now is an opportunity for the number 7, Niall Watson, to try and drive into that midfield and cut inside, but Adam Reach done well to smartly win the ball back, as Jordan Davies now can spring the ball out to the right hand side, to left hand side I should say, to Ashley Hunter, who we haven't seen too much of in these early stages, but has played a nice few passes there, and that's slightly under hit from Jordan Davies, although he does win it back for his side. And they lost back from Grant Ward, and the ball will go back to the PFA goal. Sorry, my apologies. A Hednesford Town goalkeeper Tony Breenan. And look to send this one long once more, and it's that first contact again that's caused PFA so much problems, but that's really smartly dealt with by the number 16 and substitute Reese Hall, who covered well and intercepted that ball back for PFA. And it's actually a long ball when Tony Breenan's punched that ball just before Olomola could get to it. I'm sure he was still in his box, Tony Breenan. No one was really considering that, but again, it's that sort of long ball for Olomola that's caused Hednesford Town some problems, as they are actually going to make a few more substitutions here. It will be the number 14 entering onto the pitch, Jake Jervis. Will be the number 7, Niall Watson, making his way off the pitch, and the number 11, Dan Turner, as well as the number 15, Dominic McHale, coming onto the pitch there. So Dan Turner, who has been pretty impressive for Hednesford Town, is coming off the pitch, and there is now an opportunity for PFA, and it's Ashley Hunter on this left-hand side into Diamande. Now, Diamande just couldn't connect that pass with Reach, but PFA will have themselves a throw-in, and you can definitely tell they're starting to build some better chances and better attacks to try and get back into this game, Sam.
Yeah, I think the PFA are going to be looking for someone to really make their mark in this second half, someone to really give themselves that stamp on this game. We've seen Grant Ward try to do that when he slipped in Diamande, but unfortunately couldn't finish the chance. But yeah, we're going to have to see someone step up on this PFA side.
Yeah, I think so too, as Ward has that ball in the midfield. Doing really well. Look for a progressive pass. It's now Shaw trying to look down the line for Diamande. It's not quite gone out of play yet, and Diamande is pressuring the goalkeeper, but Tony Breenan is comfortable in sending the ball long. Shaw into Hunter. Hunter pressured by 2 people, but he's done really well to come away with it. And now there's an opportunity with Reach, and he spreads the ball to the right-hand side to Anthony Ford, and that was a first time ball, and come off the hand there of the number 3, but the referee doesn't think so. Now Hednesford can try and start attack of their own, but it's a poor pass from the number 14, and it's a long-ranged effort. And wow, that would have been absolutely spectacular if that would have gone in. I respect that he's even tried that there. It was Tony Brennan who didn't seem to be too worried about that attempt there, but yeah, sort of a turnover in possession from both sides, and PFA able to win that ball back. But yeah, it was an audacious attempt to say the least, and didn't quite trouble the goal of Tony Brennan. And number 14, Jake Jervis, who has come on for Hednesford Town, formerly of Plymouth Argyle. He actually works at the PFA Personal Development Manager, as a personal development manager I should say, supporting players' careers after they retire. So, you know, he's a big part of what the PFA team do, and probably be a bit weird for him trying to, you know, maximise what he can do against players that he may not worked with. So ball was trying to get sent down the left-hand side, but Okadina again possessing his prowess, his defensive prowess on the game, ushering it out to his goalkeeper, Latrell Jones, who looks long, for Olamola. And Olamola can play it into Ward, and Ward just couldn't quite find that run of Anthony Ford. Now that is that man Jake Jervis on the ball, and he spreads it all the way out to the opposite side of the pitch. I believe it was an other substitute, Dominic McHale, who couldn't quite keep that on, but Sam, you can sort of see maybe a bit of tired legs out there. Obviously it is still pre-season, but you know, from what we've seen in the opening 60 minutes, it's been a really tenacious game from both sets of players, and you know, it just shows that despite it being a pre-season friendly, it's not really had that feel, has it?
Yeah, definitely not. I mean, we're definitely seeing some tired legs in this game. 60 minutes in, you think this is where players are going to have to dig deep and really show what they can do. Longer in these longer games, getting into the last 30 minutes here. Hopefully, the energy levels are going to spring up a bit as Olamola nearly gets through on goal.
And you know, I've really respected the fact that he's chasing these long balls that seem meaningless, but sometimes it's a fantastic play actually from the number 15, and he's trying to slip in. I believe that was Edwards, and now it's Jervis, and there's your box, and it's a number 15. Oh, what a save! I think it might have clipped the bar there. I'm not too sure, but it was the effort from the substitute Dominic McHale. We'll have to watch that one again. It was Jervis, and he was trying to twist and turn on the edge of the box, and McHale just had the opportunity with the left foot. And yeah, I don't actually think it has come off the hand of Latrell Jones there, but it has been given a corner. But yeah, what a strike it was from the substitute.
Well, it was his bit of skill on that right-hand side that started off that move, and then receives the ball on the edge of the box and absolutely smashes it. We've given the corner, and we've seen Hednesford have a lot of luck from these corners, a lot of good deliveries into the box, as we have it here at the front post, and it's expertly defended on the back post there and into the hands of Jones.
Yeah, and it was Anthony Ford. I think he sort of cleared it off the line, and you said expertly done, and for someone who's made 300 EFL appearances, he knows exactly where to be at the right time. So really experienced defending from Ford, as PFA now can create an attack of their own as Hunter plays it into the midfield to Ward. Ward now into Shaw. Shaw can give it to Davies. Davies back to Shaw, who's progressing up the pitch for a centre-back. There's Davies. Now Hunter, and he's got time and space, and he delivers a ball in. And Anthony Ford just couldn't quite get it at the back post, but a decent opportunity there for Ash Hunter, the substitute, to pick his head up and try and find either Olamola or Adama Diamande, who are both waiting for that cross, but just evaded both of them. And it will be a goal kick to Hednesford. And again, there's no attempt of playing this one short from keeper Tony Brennan. As he's just seems to be getting a drink here, I believe. He's a bit unorthodox. He's actually getting substituted off. That makes a lot of sense, as it's the number 17 who's coming onto the pitch to replace him. And, you know, that is a feature we often see, the changes of goalkeepers. So, yeah, I'm sure, obviously, Tony Breenan is the number 1 and will be for Hednesford Town. But interesting to see what this new substitute can do in between the sticks, as he also goes long, a bit like what Tony Breenan did as well. And Diamande has won that ball back first, and now there's a counter-attack opportunity. He's got Reach on the left, and Reach plays it into Olamola, but it was intercepted, and it's actually passed back to the goalkeeper already, who almost caught off guard. And that's a really good control from the number 12, Nathan Blissett, who's come onto the pitch. And yeah, he's actually been deemed to be offside there, I believe, but it was actually really nice chest control from him. And yeah, a lot of changes being made to this Hednesford Town lineup. And Diamande into Reach. And Reach plays it into Shaw. Shaw to Hunter. He's looking for options here, Ash Hunter. He finds Grant Ward. Ward. That's a really confident touch there from Reece Hall, and he's driving forward, and he can play Ash Hunter, and now Hunter has a lot of time and cuts inside on his right foot and goes for a shot, and it's bobbled up into the hands of the substitute goalkeeper. But that was really great effort from the number 16 and substitute Reece Hall, driving forwards and playing that ball out wide to Hunter. And it's not the worst attempt, both substitutes linking up there, Sam, and a decent opportunity.
Yeah, Hunter's definitely trying to make his mark on this game. We saw earlier he put in a dangerous ball into the box that unfortunately no one got on the end of, and now he's having a pop himself. We're going to see him coming in on that left-hand side a lot onto his right foot, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashley Hunter made over 300 appearances in the EFL, especially 216 for Fleetwood, where he spent a lot of his career, scoring 38 times and assisting 28 in those 216 goals for Fleetwood. So he knows how to be involved in goal actions, especially for the Cod Army. He spent a lot of his career. And a bit unorthodox turn there from Ward, but it certainly has worked. Olamola does really well to hold of his defender and play it into the midfield to Reach. And Hunter, I believe he's onside there. And I think we'll have to see that again, Sam. You know, obviously I'm not there at the game, I'm not the linesman, but I thought he could have been onside there, Sam. Well, obviously you can watch it again potentially, but yeah, what did you think?
Yeah, well, he's right on that border there, right on the line. He's going to be getting in behind a lot. We'll see him. Well, we've nearly seen him getting behind there. He's going to be on that last man every single time, trying to get in behind this defence. And we're going to see him obviously try and cut in on that right.
Yeah, absolutely. As PFA now will be making a couple more substitutions. Will be Grant Ward making his way off the pitch for the number 24. As the game is being restarted here. And you know what, it's quite old school fashion defending from Reece Hall, the number 16, who just clears it out to touch. And it will be a throw-in for Hednesford Town. An attacking area for them. Just a bit of confusion about some substitutes, but it's really nice work from the number 2 Anthony Ford, who's actually won a free kick there. And it's taken quickly back to the goalkeeper, Latrell Jones. Now Jones play Josh Shaw. And Shaw looks for Hunter first time, and Hunter, long kick up the pitch, was not fully controlled yet. But it is now the returning number 7, Jermaine Hilton, back onto the pitch. And now there's an opportunity for Jake Jervis for Hednesford to go forward down this left-hand side. And can he find a cross? And it's really nice defended from Reece Hall, which, you know, he only came on in the start of that second half. But I think he's really impressed, Sam. You know, Jake Jervis is again, an experienced player of himself, playing for teams like Plymouth and Bristol Rovers, and drilled that cross in, trying to get it into the box, but it was really nice defending from the substitute Reese Hall.
Yeah, he's dealt with that well there. He's definitely making his mark on this second half. We saw him with that penetrating run through the middle earlier on, and now some great defending there against, as you say, the experienced Jake Jervis.
Absolutely, as that corner has been cannoned into the air at the front post and headed back in. It's really nice defending at the back post from Shaw, and that's a really experienced header from Adam Reach that shows sort of what he's all about, heading it back to the young goalkeeper Latrell Jones. Now Hunter on that far side, battling well, which I think he has done well, and he's not able to play that into the number 17 Josh Shaw, but really good battling from Ash Hunter there, and very interesting to see actually the number 7 return back onto the pitch. Jermaine Hilton caused some problems for Hednesford in that early stages, so he's hoping that he can provide some more dangerous opportunities for the PFA side in these last 20 minutes. And Okadina now drives forward and he plays the ball to the left hand side to Adam Reach, and that's surely got to be a handball. And is that a penalty? I'm not sure if that was a penalty or a free kick. I'm not sure if it was inside the box there. We'll have to have a replay of that. It was a really nice play from Okadina, spreading that ball to Adam Reach, and it's a difficult one to tell. I believe it might have just been on the edge of the box there. It will be a free kick to the PFA team, but it's definitely got his arms outstretched there, Sam. I don't think he can have any complaints.
Yeah, definitely a scary one for the defender there. We've seen PFA get a lot more into this game since, Hilton and Ben Stevenson have returned to the pitch. And they've got a free kick in a dangerous position here.
They do indeed, and it was actually the number 19 Harley Barlow with that handball. And there is a dangerous free kick for PFA, which is whipped in, and it's headed away well from Hednesford. Come back to Anthony Ford and play that into Bill Condina. Now Adam Reach with that peach of a left foot, trying to switch the play into Jordan Davies, and it's a well intercepted header from the substitute Nathan Blissett. And it will be a throw in a dangerous area for PFA. It's going to be Jordan Davies then to take it, and he's caught the head of the town defence off guard, and it was Diamande. It's now Reach following in, and he just couldn't really direct that attempt goalwards, and it was a really inventive bit of throw-in really from Davies, and he played in Diamande. It's a really smart stay from the substitute goalkeeper, and Adam Reach on that weaker right foot. It's a difficult one to direct goalwards, but definitely half a chance for PFA to get back level.
Yeah, they've caught the Hednesford Town defence sleeping there. It's a very clever throw-in into Diamande, but the substitute keeper was alert and he got the save off. Unfortunately into the path of Reach, who couldn't direct it goalwards, as you said.
It was definitely a decent opportunity for both Diamande and Adam Reach, as that ball sailed over Dominic McHale's head from Hednesford. It will mean that Ash Hunter will have to retrieve it from the other pitch. Obviously, I did mention it in the first half, but I have to say thanks again to the Lilleshall National Sports Centre to arrange this friendly. The conditions of the pitches are really nice, and it's a fantastic facilities they have here, so we appreciate them allowing this friendly to be played here. As the opportunity now for PFA on this left hand side with Hunter. He plays it into the middle to Okadina. Okadina spreads it out wide to Reese Hall. Now Ford. Back to Latrell Jones. He's got a lot of time to think about his next move. The number 24, Ben Stevenson, is also back onto the pitch for PFA. And that long ball from Latrell Jones. It's a good header from Elliot Johnson. It will be a throw-in, which Anthony Ford looks to take quickly. But it's just cleared into touch from Joel Taylor. Maybe a sign of lactic acid building in the legs there as he just took a wild swing at it. Adam Reach plays it back to Ford. And Ford into Shaw. And Shaw plays it into Diamande, who's trying to beat his man. And Diamande has got away down this left-hand side. He's got Hilton and Davies to find. Instead, he opts to go back to Hunter. He's on his stronger right foot. Cuts back onto his left. Now Diamande, edge of the box, trying to look back for Hunter, but them two weren't on the same wavelength there. But again, you can see the idea. It's a really nice move again from Hunter and Diamande, but Hunter just didn't make the run that Diamande thought he was going to, and it has gone out for a goal kick. But again, it's really exciting to see the sort of moves that PFA are trying to pull off, and almost a dangerous attack there, Sam.
Yeah, not on the same page as you said. We've seen the PFA 11 sort of grow into their own a bit in these last 5-10 minutes, definitely growing in confidence. And they're knocking on the doors here, possibly trying to level this score up 3-3.
Yeah, and, you know, considering the sort of action in the first half, I think we're a bit surprised that there's only been the one goal in this second half so far. You know, the way the first half would have went, and, well, including the opening sort of stages in this second half too, with the goal really early on in the second half. You'd have thought there'd have been a lot more goals, but that seemed to be a pass back there from Anthony Ford, but the play has been played on there. Maybe I'm imagining things, I'm not too sure. The game is resumed here, and it's Shaw to Olamola, and Shaw now can play it to Hunter, and Hilton is away, and we know the pace that he possesses. Down this left-hand side once more. Hilton cuts in on his right foot, waits for some options. He finds Hunter, and I think that was Shaw that took over there. Nakadina does well to win the ball back, and PFA now have the bit between their teeth to try and get this equaliser. It's now Anthony Ford cutting in. And he's done really well actually to sort of gain himself some time and play it into Shaw. Now Shaw to Hunter. Hunter into Hilton. Back out to Hunter. And Adam Reach is making a darting run if Hunter can find him. The goalkeeper does really well to come out and claim that ball, but again, it's a really nice move, and you could sort of see what Hunter was willing to do there, Sam.
Yeah, he's definitely injected a bit of energy into this game since he came on at half-time. He's looked the most likely out of all of the PFA 11 to make something happen. We've seen, obviously I mentioned earlier, the cross he made, the shot at goal from outside the box. He's looking very lively.
He is indeed. He's sort of operating in I'd say a left wing back sort of role, and yeah, it sort of gives him that impetus to go forward. And that's a bit of a poor pass from Latrell Jones. It's a really nice block from Okandina. It's the number 20 who has an opportunity, and you know what? He's made a bit of a mess of that, and he admits that to his defenders. But you know what? When you make a mistake like that, the one thing you've got to do is make up for it, and he's more than done that with a fantastic save. It was a substitute, Jacob Gwilt, who got in on his left foot, and he stood up strong, and you know, Jacob Gwilt's hit that with a lot of pace and a lot of power, and he's been brave and let it hit his chest. And you know what, Sam, that's really good goalkeeping from Latrell Jones.
Yeah, I mean, we've said it over and over again. He's been great in between the sticks, shot stopping as the corner comes in to the far post, and it's out for another corner on the opposite side there. But yeah, as I was saying, he's been great shot stopping. Maybe it's just the energy, maybe it's the tiredness getting to him with the pass, but he's made up for it well there.
He definitely has, and you know, I'm not quite sure the exact number, but it must be around 12-15 corners for Hednesford Town today. They've had quite a lot. I believe Elliot Johnson taking this corner. Two arms aloft, out swinging ball. It's the number 12, and another good save from Latrell Jones. It was the number 12 and substitute Nathan Blissett who rose highest. We'll see this again as the outswinger came in, and Nathan Blissett heads it down into the floor. And you know what? It's that good reflexes, cat-like, from Latrell Jones to get over to that side and tip it over the bar.
Yeah, it's always difficult when a header goes into the ground like that. You never know really where it's going to bounce up, but Jones was, as you said, cat-like reflexes. Brilliant stop there.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic again, and I think he's definitely more than impressed as this corner does come in. It's headed away at the near post, and the referee has given a foul against a PFA man. And Latrell Jones has the ball on the floor, and I'm sure that eagerness he wants to get this game quickly played, and he plays it short to the 24, Ben Stevenson. Now Diamande battling well with it, although just couldn't quite get that ball under his grasp. And Diamande has pressured really well. Now he's driving down this left-hand side, and he's done brilliantly to beat one man and swing a cross in, and it's a deflected cross. It's good defending, and, you know, again, that persistence from Adama Diamande. We've talked about his experience. Now he's a 35-year-old, but the way he was moving there, he's moving 10 years younger with that sort of persistence. You know, Sam, it was brilliant to see.
Yeah, he's been pressing constantly throughout this second half ever since he came on, and he's finally seeing the results of it. He's won the ball there in a dangerous area, and he's won the PFA a corner on this left-hand side.
He has indeed, and it will be Anthony Forbes, the Irishman, to in-swing this corner. And it is in swung, and it's a free header, and it's just gone wide. And I believe it was Jordan Davies who scored the opening goal of the game. We'll re-watch it. It was Anthony Ford with an in-swinging cross. It's a brilliant cross on the penalty spot, and it was the number 8, Jordan Davies, who was looking to add to his goal tally. And, you know, you don't want to be too harsh. Headers are always difficult, but I do think he should have really got that on target at least, Sam.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of mess in that box there. It's always difficult to see where the ball's coming in, where it's flying in from the corner, but he's done well to get contact, but unfortunately just misses the target.
Yeah, and he's been a threat in the box for PFA, and he was looking to add to his tally, but just couldn't quite find the target on that occasion. As again, it's really solid defending from Reece Hall, showing his strength, and just clears the ball out to touch for Hednesford Town. Throw in just past the halfway line, or just on the halfway line. It will be Joel Taylor. He does play that one long. And it's strong play from Nathan Blissett, cleared away from Jabril Okadina. And that header has gone backwards. It's Joe Boyle-Charles. And again, another quick throw from Jordan Davies. Now Hilton on the ball. That's a really smart tackle there from Elliot Johnson, who himself has had a very solid defensive display. Previously mentioned, formerly of Bromley and Dagenham and Redbridge. You know, he's got a whole host of experience and really imposing it on this game today. It's a really smart turn from Hilton on his left foot. He plays a smart ball into Davies. It's a big opportunity, and he finally gets that second goal he's been craving for. It's a really nice slip ball from Jermaine Hilton, his 3rd assist of the game. You know, he's been absolutely fantastic today, and, you know, we'll see that again. It's a really nice turn against Joel Taylor. It's a really nice reverse pull. No one was really expecting it, and it's a good, smart finish from Jordan Davies at that near post, and he now makes it Hednesford Town 3, PFA Town 3.
Yeah, Hilton's just caught 2 of the Hednesford defenders on their toes there. He's slipped in a nice ball, and as you said, another expert finish from Jordan Davies as he makes it 3-3.
Yeah, and it's been a fantastic watch. It really has. You know, both sides have given it their all in this game, and I'm sure that neither would want to draw this, and I'm sure that both would want to try and get a winner here, which should make for a really exciting ending 10 minutes or so of this one. And of course, if you want to see more of this similar action with the games, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can follow updates through the X link as well. And yeah, just smash a like and leave a comment. And you know, if you want to see more of this, subscribe with some notifications on, and you'll be alerted every time a live link will be posted to the channel. And it's Reach with a shot, and it's not a million miles away actually from Adam Reach. I've mentioned a couple times he's got a wand of a left foot. He knows how to find the back of the net from those sort of areas, and you know what, Sam, it took me off guard and almost took the goalkeeper off guard. Yeah,
he's lucky that one's gone wide there. He was caught on his heels, and he's very happy to see that sail past the right hand post.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he'll be counting his lucky stars that didn't find the back of the net. Adam Reach very unlucky with that attempt. Hilton again, who's already impressed in this one. Davies gives it back to Hall. Back into Davies, who is trying to look long. And is that Diamande who's in on goal here? And Adama Diamande has scored, but I believe the linesman's flag has gone up, and to be honest, it didn't really come to much of a shock to me. I did think that Diamande was offside there. And I don't think he can have too many complaints. Regardless, though, it's still a really nice finish from Adama Diamande there, Sam. You know, he still had the pressure. He didn't realise it was offside, so he still needed to put it away, and it was a smart finish nevertheless.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the experience. I mean, very cool, calm, collected finish. Didn't panic at all in front of the keeper one-on-one. He's put it into the back of the net well, but unfortunately just went a bit too early.
Just a bit, but PFA have really got the grip between their teeth now, and it's an opportunity for Davies again, trying to look for the hat-trick. He's had plenty of opportunities sort of bursting in that box. Those late runs, the Hednesford Town defence just haven't been able to keep up with him, and yeah, it was a really nice play actually on the overlap from Adam Reach to play that ball in, and it's not a bad attempt at all from Jordan Davies, who's looking for that match ball.
Yeah, the PFA lot have really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck in the last 15 minutes. They got the equaliser and they're looking for a winner late on here.
Yeah, on with about 5 minutes plus added on time to go. Still could be a winner, and Hilton, who's had a fantastic game already. It's really nice defending actually from the left back Joel Taylor. He's done a nice little roulette, and Hilton actually will be opposed of fouling him there, but again, it just shows the want and the need and the desire from the number 7, Jermaine Hilton, who has had a blinding game, and you know, I'll ask for your man of the match in a few minutes, Sam, but he's definitely got to be up there with one of the contenders.
Yeah, I mean, that second half assist to make it 3 for the game, it's really just tipped it off for me. He's definitely going to be my man of the match unless something crazy happens in these last 5 minutes.
And talking of crazy, there's an opportunity, and Hednesford have actually taken the lead. And it's a brilliant slip ball pass from the number 15, Dominic McHale. And I believe it's the number 20, Jacob Gwilt, who was slipped through. Actually, it wasn't Jacob Gwilt. We'll have to see this one again. It's a really nice play, actually, from Dominic McHale. And it's Simeon May who puts that ball past the goalkeeper, Latrell Jones. And Hednesford have taken the 4-3 lead.
It seems to be a bit of miscommunication at the back there from PFA. Just as we said, the PFA 11 have really taken control of the game, and they just get caught off guard. They're really going to have to dig in these last 5 or so minutes to get one back.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I don't think there'll be an awful a lot, maybe if any, have added on time. So they'll have to try and do it in regulation time. But, you know, nevertheless, I mean, you cannot complain with the entertainment that's been put on show today. 7 goals and plenty of chances and saves, and you know, it's been a really entertaining end-to-end game. And for someone who's a neutral here, cannot complain with that, as there's actually a crossbar attempt at the wrong goal there from one of the Hednesford Town players. The PFA will now attack and try and look for another equaliser, which they've had to do ever since they've taken the lead. They've not been able to regain that. And Davies has slipped through Hunter, who could be onside here. It's Ash Hunter, and he drags his effort wide. I believe the linesman put his flag up anyways, but it was a really nice ball through to him from Jordan Davies. Obviously, you know, again, we have to go with the linesman call, but I do think that one was tight, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, we said earlier on how Ash Hunter's constantly going to be on that last man trying to get in behind. We've seen it again, and almost a great effect, but slightly offside.
It appears to be a bit of a injury here for the number 20, Jacob Gwilt, and maybe sort of a off-the-ball thing, so we're not quite sure what's happened, but you know, when a player sort of got their arms around their face. Oh, and wow, what an end to a game, Sam. It's been absolutely thrilling from minute 1 to minute 90. You know, both teams really giving it their all, and, you know, a bit of a sad way to end it, let's be honest. But, Sam, honestly, what a fantastic game. Hednesford Town 4, PFA squad 3, and just sort of summarise that game and maybe give a man of the match as well.
Yeah, the scouts cannot be complaining with what they've seen today. A lot of great players, but for me, we said it earlier, Jermaine Hilton has to be the man of the match. 3 assists, all brilliantly done, especially that last one in the second half. It's done really well, even though he's on the losing side.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you cannot complain for a neutral. And that is where we'll leave this coverage today. I've been Finn O'Connor. Beside me has been Sam Carey. I hope you've enjoyed, and tune in for more action to follow.